Good morrow, YouTube. 'Tis my distinct pleasure to ponder with you the intricacies of the universe. Of course, beginning with the hyperconic theory of temporal existence, stating, of course, that all things occur in all spaces of all dimensions. You must understand that for every choice that you have, a number of realities are created. Furthermore, given that these realities are created, we cannot simply consider ourselves a universe, but an omniverse, containing all of existence that is, was, will be, and is even merely thought of in our brains. Of course, this is but a small idea of what we have. Of course, you must multiply it to the extent of infinity, and take it to the bounds of creations forever infinite. Space and time, energy. Of course, in the end, space, time, energy, matter are not very different. You see, for what is space? What is space but the breach between objects? And of course, objects must float through that space. But in the case of things such as dark matter, the essence of existence, which allows the galaxies to revolve like spokes on a wheel, maintaining a certain amount of speed on the interior axis as the far exterior. It doesn't make sense as physical things go. As you understand, Earth revolves around the Sun in the length of a standard year. Actually, more like a year and a quarter of a day, thus the whole leap year thing, but I digress. However, where Earth revolves in a year's time, a planet far away, such as Mayanus, may in fact take much longer to revolve. Oh, it's Uranus. Okay, I'll get that right next time. So, we see this, but at the same time, the galactic core, which is assumed to be a supermassive black hole, things revolve around it, all at the same rate. So, that which is at one point, far away, gets to point alpha in a straight line with another point that gets to this area, all in a straight line. It's very interesting. And of course we must get back to the theory that, in fact, not only are energy and matter related, but also time and space are in fact not so different as we may like to think. Even thought and consideration of these elements is in fact but the expression of that energy, and thus the expression of that matter. So, we must go on and understand that which makes us is all simply one thing. But what is this thing? Of course, you may ask, how? How can energy and matter be similar at all? They're two different things entirely. Take a look at nuclear chemistry, for example. When you break a large atom down, there's energy in there. How is there energy in matter? It breaks it, it snaps it. It makes no sense from a simplistic point of view, but then it makes all the sense in the world if you don't think about it too hard. Of course, you must understand that there's also a temporal level of understanding to acquire, that time is not but movement, really. What is time? Take a moment and ask yourself, what exactly is time? Well, time is simply movement through a given axis, the t-axis. We exist in 4 dimensions. Most people say we exist in 3, but we exist in 4 simply because there is set amounts of movement in set amounts of space. But this movement is no more than an expression of energy, an expression of gravity, an expression that makes everything connect. Without gravity, for example, things would not revolve around each other and affect each other and be affected by each other. Such a dynamic universe must therefore be governed by the weak force. Gravity is such a universal one, and it causes everything to move. For without movement, the Earth could not traverse in a circle around the sun, or an ellipse, It could not traverse about the sun without gravity. It couldn't. It just wouldn't happen. It would go off somewhere else, or not even exist at all, because it could not come together in the first place. So, what are we left with? We are left with the fact that movement is equivalent at times as our calendar is based upon Earth's revolution and its rotation. Therefore, it's based on movement. And of course, there's Einstein, the theory of relativity, though it be but a theory, and there are some levels to it. It is proven and accurate. But I implore you to still look at it. Still look at it for what it is. An idea, a concept. A concept that incorporates the speed of light, one of the most important constants in the universe. Why is it so important a constant? Because of photons. Photons moving at extreme speeds. C, if you will. That is the speed. I say this is measured algebraically. This speed is determined by time, for as you approach the speed of light, time slows down, because the particles relative to you must slow down themselves. So that is connected. So energy and matter become connected through the speed of light to all encompass themselves in time's flow. And yet time is but a manifestation of energy and its reaction with matter. And if energy is matter and time is matter and energy, then all must be one as a singular entity. And then it must be complete. I thank you for your time.